Well, and I'll tell you, the Catholic schools do the education business better than anybody else.
And certainly the school itself gave to me a sense that I was a person that was important. I was someone who was selected and chosen, in the case of my faith, by God, and certainly the whole atmosphere gave me a moral compass.
When parents drop their children off in the morning, they expect their school to reflect the same qualities that they believe in. We have 29 schools in the Diocese of Richmond, and we educate nearly 10,000 students. Our schools are all accredited. Teachers are state certified. We offer a variety of programs, AP courses, technology, science integration, a wide range of athletics. So we seek to provide all of the kinds of activities that students really benefit from.
Well, I think there are a number of reasons that a family should seriously consider Catholic education for their children. Even if you're non-Catholic, or Catholic, but even if you're non-Catholic, you ought to look at the discipline, the grounding in moral principles, the very strong academics, the community that engenders faithfulness and fidelity to Christian values. I think regardless of denomination, people are going to see that.
If you don't leave things to chance and you construct a proper atmosphere for people to be raised so that their character is fruitful and helpful and actually holy, you're going to get it in the Catholic school system.
Parents should send their kids to a Catholic school for a very simple reason, and that is Christ. Children need to be educated in the love and the worship of the living God, and so it's a very simple reason that in a Catholic school that it's not a case of religious education, as if religious education is one subject among many, but rather it's that the whole curriculum needs to be informed by Christ.
I think what you get is the perspective that all learning relates to ultimate truth, that there is in fact a basic truth, and that truth enfleshed in the Lord Jesus has a purpose and a reason that helps to guide not only our world, a physical world and the universe, but more importantly our hearts.
It's important to support Catholic schools because it has an effect on our society and how people react to different things and how they act. So
I think there is a reputation in Catholic schools and a tradition of academic excellence, and I think it's the hallmark, right along with development of your faith and your belief system and your personal code and how you approach things. I think that's one of the pillars of a Catholic education that we've retained, and I think Catholic students that come out of that experience find that they're far more prepared to deal with issues and have a greater academic background and foundation that maybe you might get in some school systems, particularly some public school systems.
But now that I had this wonderful opportunity to get my kids here enrolling in a Catholic school, which I never thought I could because of the money, and I know it's very expensive. But thanks to this initiative, I had the opportunity to have my kids here and enjoy what I didn't have. I know this gives me a lot of peace of mind because I know they are in a safe environment and they will have great education here.
Our biggest challenge in Catholic schools today in this diocese is that many families who would long for their children to go to Catholic schools simply can't afford it.
Many of them are desirous of an education in Catholic schools, and we would like to be helping them out. But obviously the big problem all throughout the country, not only here but throughout the country, is affordability.
The number one reason why people leave Catholic schools is because they can't afford it. We have to make it affordable for kids to come to a Catholic school if they so choose, and to make it available to students of all faiths, and to really hold up our Catholic friends who want to be at the school.
Also, if some of our schools are in very poor areas and may close unless they have some help from tuition.
Today we could put another 2,000 children in our schools in this diocese if we could simply provide some greater amount of financial aid for those families. Not a full ride, but just some help so they can make the ends meet between what they can afford and what Catholic schools need in order to operate.
This generation, my generation, the generation right behind me, has an obligation to make sure that we give our young people all of the equipment they need to hold tight to the faith. They are a small fraction of our present. They are 100% of our future. We have to do this. It's our turn.
It's not just a matter of preserving the school system. It's a matter of opening this system, particularly to those less fortunate, to ensure every Catholic child and every parent of Catholic children that want this kind of education can have access to it.
I'm asking you today to consider helping the McMahon Parater Foundation with a gift. A gift from you will help us in three ways. It will help us with scholarship opportunities for our students. It will help us with professional development opportunities for our teachers, and it will help us to develop additional new and innovative programs for our schools.
You know, it's a tragedy that we've got seats that we could fill today. We've got the teachers, we've got the buildings, and we have the families who want to have their children in the schools, but they simply need a little bit of help. If we can give them a little bit of help through an endowment that will permanently support our schools and our families, then we will have done our duty, this generation's duty, to preserve what was built over many years to the finest educational tradition and institution in America.